Today I am excited to bring to you my first ever interview. I did contact a financial advisor. I discovered her actually on Instagram while I was scrolling, minding my own business, just trying to blow off some steam after work. And then, what do you know? Like I said in the first episode, the spirit is perfect. I was actually thinking about how I can get my money right for next year. So, what do you know? And this is how I know Instagram listens to what you say and probably knows what you're thinking because here I am scrolling Instagram, and then what do you know? I run into Terri Morgan, a financial advisor who used to work for Vanguard, and now she has taken it upon herself to start her own business and then also help those in need of financial uh, financial assistance. So she has been graceful enough to lend her time to me in doing this awesome interview, which she explains a little bit about herself and what inspired her to start her own business. So I hope you enjoy this episode today. Please let me know if you would like to contact her. I will be leaving her information at the end of the podcast. But here we go. We're going to jump right into it. Terri Morgan with Link LLC. All right, I have my guest here on the line, and she is joining me on the Black Discovery podcast. We have Terri Morgan. Say hello to the people, Terri.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, I'm sure they're excited to hear from you and to learn all about the business that you run, that you actually own. Correct?
That is correct. I'm excited to share. I'm happy to be on today.
Excellent. So first, tell everyone about yourself. Tell them where you're from.
Absolutely. So my name is Terri Morgan. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I went to Winston-Salem State University. I majored in business management. 2 weeks after graduating in May of 2013, I went to work for one of the largest global financial management companies. Started at the bottom in an entry-level role as a client relationship specialist. Worked my way through the ranks. Upon leaving, I was in the flagship services division, so I was helping a client that had at least $1 million invested with the company. I was in that role that I became less fulfilled, right? So I had the opportunity of really discovering what my purpose is. And I honestly had a real soft spot for the beginner investor, someone that particularly didn't grow up in a community or a family where finances talked about the importance of credit or things of that nature.
Hmm.
Because honestly, I came from the similar background. My family didn't really tell me anything about finances. The only thing that my mom and dad told me was, like, pay your bills on time. That was my financial education, right?
Yes,
So
right.
until I got connected with this financial management company, in my 20s, in my early 20s, that I realized how much information that I was actually missing. So
Right.
when I obtained that knowledge, I felt like I had a personal responsibility to actually give back and really tap into the market of people that have a similar story as myself. So I left and I created my company Link, which is a financial services company for beginners, just creating a community and a safe space for us to come together and actually better ourselves financially.
That sounds excellent. And I actually really do appreciate that you're taking it upon yourself to do that to help beginners. So this is the Black Discovery Podcast, and then my target audience is, to, gain resources for Black people in general, but my focus is to help us out, because like yourself, I do know that I grew up and my parents and my grandparents did give me some help to learn how to save money, but to be honest, those methods are a bit antiquated. Can you tell me some common things when you have worked with Black people that have seemed like a roadblock in their habits and things that they should learn how to change in their financial behaviors?
I think the main roadblock is just the community aspect. They don't really have anyone to kind of turn to or reference if they have questions. So when people become overwhelmed or confused, honestly, that serves as a roadblock in itself. Like, I don't really know. Like, I know I should be doing better, but I don't have no one personally to turn to.
Mm-hmm.
So I've identified that as being a roadblock. Two is, I would say people are scared. I talk to people, they're saying, I just don't want to lose any money. I'm scared to lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like to tell people is that once you control what you can control, right? So you want to control like your diversification. If you say, I don't want to assume a great risk, okay? So you can have a portfolio if you're a more conservative investor, or if you're a more moderate investor or an aggressive investor. So there's certainly options for you, but you just saying I don't want to lose any money should not be the answer as to why you aren't investing. But I think, before that, it's just having that community and that support. I think that is the number one roadblock, just being able to turn to somebody to actually answer their questions.
Yes, I definitely agree. So you help them open up different types of accounts, and you help them learn how to invest their money. Do you deal with the stock market as well?
I do. So I don't provide any direct advice. So all that I am giving is what actually worked for me in answering like general questions. So absolutely. Specifically right now, I am having a campaign where I'm helping at least 100 people just start
Mm-hmm.
building their emergency fund. So it's in a financial institution of your choice. I'm providing them that first $25 a deposit to make that initial investment. The only thing that I'm requiring is they actually make a committed decision that they will continue to save and then eventually invest. We do have a conversation as far as like, risk tolerance or what's your overall financial goals and things like that, just to kind of really assess what they are saving for. But ultimately, the goal is just to actually get them started and then have me serving the capacity of that go-to person if you have ongoing questions, and then creating that community so we can kind of come together and encourage each other to kind of keep going.
Absolutely. So can you just give a quick um, example of the kind of accounts that people will be opening? And then I did hear you say you're starting them off with the first $25. So people, if you are if you are struggling out here, we haven't gotten that second stimulus check yet. I know you blew through the first one just like I did, but if you haven't gotten, or if we don't get that second stimulus check, she got you in the first 25. She got you right now. Okay.
I do. I do. I do. Definitely reach out to me at me_Terri_. I'm going to connect. So honestly, we are primarily opening up just individual brokerage accounts.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what I've been assisting individuals with opening up into this standard individual brokerage account.
Right.
It allows you, because my personal story, honestly, when I first started to save, I tell this story all the time. Like, I try to use like my standard checking and savings account at my bank,
Right.
and I wanted to save in my standard savings account, but honestly, I wasn't disciplined enough to have it sit there. Anytime I wanted to, do some online shopping, go out to eat, drink, or whatever, I would just immediately like transfer the money I said I was saving into my checking account.
You are speaking my language.
Yeah. To serve as a barrier, it really is to help me to kind of prevent me from going. So I opened up an outside account,
Mhm.
brokerage firm, and then I used the money market to actually serve as my emergency savings fund. So it allowed me to kind of cut back on that impulse spending. So that's what really, really helped me.
I definitely identify with that because I have done the same. I'm so guilty, shamefaced. So if I know correctly, when you put your money into those kind of funds, it's like a quarterly thing where you have access to cash it in or sell or buy more, something like that.
No, so your money is definitely not hold quarterly. Honestly, you can have the ability to deposit as well as withdraw at any time. The only thing, of course, it'll take like the standard the transaction period, like 2 to 3 business days. But no, once you place your money in, there isn't a particular minimum balance you have to keep in the fund. You have full discretionary authority if in the event you have to pull it out for an emergency.
Okay. So is that the same as like so I'm completely financially illiterate. I know like a little bit, but I just want to make sure that I completely explain this. So is that like putting it into the S&P 500 or is it just like something else?
It's like money market. I like to describe it as like a cash account.
Hmm.
So you're not really making any money, but you aren't losing anything either. So in the grand scheme of things, it's safe.
Hmm.
But with having the money sit in the money market, you do have the ability to move money from the money market into the S&P 500, into stock, into another particular fund. So it gives you that opportunity to do so seamlessly because you have that cash balance right there on hand if you want to then go into other investments.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm sure that, once they contact you, you'll be able to go even more in depth. I'm not sure how you are on time, but we just want to make sure that we give a general idea of what their money will be doing while it's sitting there instead of the savings account. Because I know that savings account really you barely make any kind of money on it, if at all, in a savings account.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like it's a better move to put it somewhere where it can, do more than just what is it, point zero one percent, yearly. That's nothing literally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next I want to move on to so when you left your company, what was the company name you said?
It was Vanguard.
Right. So, also, I want to want you to explain, like, for people out there that want to make that move that you did, very brave move. I commend you. I saw on discovered you actually on Instagram, and I saw that you said that you saved up from your 401k, and then you took that money to make your own business. So, when you made that move, what was your thought process, and was there any kind of fear or regret that you felt after leaving? So go ahead and explain that to the people.
Yeah, great question. So definitely a lot of fear starting out. Honestly, it took me roughly a year to actually decide to leave.
Hmm.
I battled with the decision for so long to the point where, honestly, I had become depressed because I was going into work. I wanted to provide, my full self at work, but I knew that ultimately I was supposed to be doing something far greater.
Hmm.
So I battled with that decision for about a year. And honestly, what made me make the final decision to kind of jump out on that leap of faith was I thought about the people that I really was supposed to be helping. And if I didn't leave, I couldn't serve in the capacity that allowed me to really help them. And if I sat there at my good paying job, I would be doing the community a disservice. So I said at that point, period, it's really not about you. It's about the people that you are put here to serve. And honestly, that was my deciding factor. Um, has it been, a flower bed of peace since I left? Absolutely not. Entrepreneurship is definitely hard. You're going to make numerous mistakes. But essentially, I don't look at those as failures. I look at those as pivotal moments and learning opportunities to kind of get back up, dust myself off, and keep going because I know what my underlying mission is. So yeah, you did mention if I regret it. I don't. I don't regret it at all because I know that I'm operating in my purpose right now.
That makes me very very proud to hear. Just even and haven't even known you that long. Just like I love hearing people when they jump out on faith and they walk in their purpose. That's exactly what I'm trying to do out here. So
Yeah.
definitely making moves, and I definitely commend you for being brave enough to do that. And I want to encourage people also to learn about what we're doing out here, and also take that leap of faith. Be brave, be an entrepreneur. It will be hard work, and definitely will be a lot of sacrifices, I'm sure, but in the end, definitely worth it. Um, so
Definitely. Definitely.
so okay, so after leaving Vanguard and you have started your business, are there certain pitfalls as an entrepreneur that you can inform people on so they can have more of a heads up, even if it's not just in the financial world, it's like just having a business. Speak on that for me, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I would recommend the book, the Business Model Canvas book.
Mm,
Like I would recommend reading that, and please don't start building anything until you really identify who your target audience or customers are.
mm-hmm.
I made a huge mistake. I'll be honest, I made a huge mistake. I knew I wanted to build my product, and I thought if I built my product first, then all of these potential customers and users would kind of flood to me because I am building something that they need, right?
Right.
Absolutely not. That is the worst thing you could ever do, ever do, ever,
Oh
ever
no.
do. And honestly, I'm still paying for that mistake today. I went out, I jumped out, invested $35,000
Ooh.
into a mobile application, but it's okay. We're pivoting, right? We're still
Right.
working towards it. But that is my recommendation to kind of sit down and vet your idea and vet it again before you actually commit to a real intensive capital requirement. Like make sure that what you're doing is solving a problem or it's addressing pain points or it's really helping individuals, like it's providing them something that they really, really need immediately. And I would suggest do your research on like social media is amazing, right? Find Facebook groups where you think like your potential audience may be congregating or on Instagram. And just look around or whatever and then you can kinda like be conversive with these people. Then you set up some time to speak, ask them like various open ended questions. So then it gives you an idea on some of the things that are top of mind in potential customer's mind as you think back, okay, well I can plug in this particular aspect. So yeah, I think that's important. That
Okay.
customer discovery piece is extremely important.
Yes. You definitely want to make sure you have your target audience. So that does sound like something that you don't want to just jump out and like, oh, I'm gonna quit today and I have no plan. You want to have a plan and think it through 100 times. And you mentioned you have an app. So tell me about that. That sounds very interesting. Is this something like Acorn, where you just take money out of your account and it takes like the pennies on the dollar and it invests it for you? Is it something like that?
No, so no, it's not. So it's not an investing app per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like to call it a platform.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beyond. So it connects users to finance. It virtually connects users to various financial experts within their area. Because I know myself, like to a certain extent, when you think about business and scalability, there's only a certain amount of people that I myself would be able to assist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we create a platform that users that need help financially with saving, investing, or any other of the finance categories, if they plug into this platform, also has experts on the other side of the platform that we can kind of connect with virtually and then provide them tools and resources to kind of bettering themselves and then also have like a social aspect to the app as well. That's the idea that we can kind of just come together and encourage. So I like to look at it as I call it the Uber for financial services. Like everybody just comes together on one particular platform instead of everybody having their own individual platforms, just bringing that all together. So that's the long-term goal of the company.
Great. That sounds amazing, and I can't wait to see this app when you get it up and running for sure. Go ahead and send me the link or let me know how I can download it. I will be all over that. I'm trying to grow my money ASAP. ASAP.
Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely will let you know and get that.
Okay, so when someone uses your services, I'll just jump right back in. When someone uses your services, how much is it? Are they looking to pay you a percentage? So when people are, or is it something like you pay the percentage of what they get back, or is it like a flat rate that they pay?
All right. So right now, the actual consulting, they are not paying me any like consultation fee or anything.
Mm-hmm.
What I do have have intellectual property. So I've created a financial beginner guide as well as I've written personal pieces that kind of details my journey and how I got started. And I also have a finance journal too as well. So essentially that's how I am currently being compensated for the services that I'm providing because I am offering that financial beginner guide, and I have other things that are in the works as well that I'm actually working on. I'm thinking about like doing like how to invest in the stock market for beginners. Because like I said, like the conversations that I've been having with the people that I've been assisting with opening their account, and me listening to their conversations, I'm picking up on okay, what other potential users may need. Like what questions, like what recurring questions am I being asked? So I'll know, okay, I need to cover this information in the next ebook that I would write. So yeah, definitely working on that. So all that information is available. The link to access my products are all listed on my Instagram page. It's listed in Shopify, so link-now.myshopify.com and access those as well.
Great. Okay. So as we wrap up, I just want you to go ahead and one more time, name all of your how they can reach you, your social media, and if they're seriously interested in your services, how can they contact you?
Absolutely, absolutely. So everyone that's trying to reach me and get in contact with me, you can follow me on Instagram. That is at meet MEET underscore Terri TERRI underscore. So you can connect with me on Instagram. You can also send me an email as well at help@linkappnow.com. So yeah, so you can connect with me on Instagram or shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to connect.
Excellent. I know we're all trying to get our money right, so I will be contacting you as well to get more information. Thank you so much, Terri Morgan, for joining me on the Black Discovery Podcast, helping spread this message and, give some positive energy out there to people so they can get their money right. God bless you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Terri Morgan. She was also very graceful for allowing me to have a little bit of her time to talk about her business, Link LLC. You can go ahead and follow her at MEET underscore TERRI underscore on Instagram. She has all of her information posted on how you can contact her and then inquire about her services. So this is what I'm doing this for. This is what I envisioned. I want to set up a platform. This is the platform. I want my platform to be about connecting people and exposing excellence anytime I can, all over. So I am grateful that you listened. I'm grateful that Terri gave me some of her time today. And I'm grateful for your future listens as well. Go ahead and like and subscribe on YouTube, and make sure you share the link to anyone that you feel, especially this week, that needs a little bit of extra financial support. Like she said, she is giving out the first $25 to start your account, and that should get you started. A lot of places offer a bonus to sign on with the bank. So $25, why not? If I didn't have an account, I definitely would do it as well too. And I definitely will be contacting her in the future to see how I can double, triple, quadruple my money as well. Now, this is the end of the podcast this week. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. I am Lord Zev. You can follow me on Instagram at Black Discovery for All on Instagram. You can donate to my Patreon, patreon.com/Black Discovery for All. You can also email me, blackdiscoveryforall@gmail. And if you have any suggestions or complaints or concerns, or if you just want to say what's up, contact me on Gmail. If you would like your business or event highlighted by me on the Black Discovery Podcast, you can also email me at blackdiscoveryforall@gmail.com. Thank you again for listening to the Black Discovery Podcast. See you next time.